All right. All right. So there was some things going on. I was on Sharon Bracey's channel yesterday, and well, they were talking about immigration, and then it turned into talking about what about abortion. And I came in talking about, okay, so why are we worrying about abortion when we're not even taking care of the children that we have here? And then it turned into people having children, the responsible people having children, and I'm like, again, why are you telling people to have children when they have a lot of these people don't have no way to take care of them? When you got parents working, both parents working outside the home, you're leaving a lot of children to be latchkey kids, and we seen the effects of that. So why are we going to put these people in that position, and we don't have any ways to help them? And of course, they bring up, well, our grandmothers and grandfathers, they didn't have all these resources, and so they was able to. Why can't we? Why they have able to have all these different kids and we can't do that? And I'm like, buddy, do you understand that grandfather, grandmother, they usually had land. They usually had, yes, they may not have the monies that we have, but the economy was different. Pricing for stuff was different. And then the biggest thing, they had a community around it. Like I could say my grandfather, grandmother, they had land. And even then they had neighbors to help them out with the children. It, everything's different now. Yeah, you can have the kids run off and play for a long ass time, don't have to worry about it. They come back in the evening. You can't do that now. There's too many predators out here. The daycare is astronomical. Like it takes almost a paycheck to deal with daycare, and you're asking people, the responsible people, to have children that they may not be able to take care of, and you're asking them to do this. And then one of the goofies talking about, well, like impoverished people having children. I'm like, yeah, we ain't worried about them. Impoverished children, impoverished people always had children. Yeah, because most of them are reckless with their penis and vagina. They ain't got nothing going on. All they got is their penis and vagina. So what penis and vagina do? Make babies. What also that cause? Unwanted babies. Kids in poverty. Kids getting abused. Why are we subjecting our children to something? Because they worry about all this abortion took away all these different numbers of people that could have had. What we can't even take care of the children that we have now. How the fuck we gonna have more of them and be in a worse position? Why you? I never understood how a bunch of Negroes gonna tell some other people what they should sacrifice their their quality of life to have children for a fucking community that if those kids are in trouble, they're not going to help them. They're not going to provide those young men jobs or any activity so they can keep themselves out of trouble. So they don't be so focused on the girls all the time, and so they can keep the girls out of trouble. They're not providing anything, but they want all these responsible people, all the people who got their shit together, to just go have children. Well, the immigrants are having children. Do you know all of them are sleeping 10 in a fucking house? In 10 in a fucking apartment? Do you really want to go through that? Like one person said on Sharon's panel. Back then, it was okay for them to wear hand-me-down clothes. Are you wearing hand-me-down clothes now? Most of y'all don't even wear an outfit with once a day. You're not wearing your grandfather, your grandmother's outfit. What are we talking about here? You're not willing to adopt no kids. So what are you talking about? Talking about everybody else got to sacrifice. I've never seen a group of men, group of Negroes, going to basically tell another woman, have children for the community. Never mind her own damn health. Never mind that even if she has a child, she may have no help. So now she's going to be raising it on her own. And if she's not raising it on her own, she's going to be working 40, 50 hours and she's not watching this child. Even if she has a partner, husband, boyfriend, whatever, he's probably working 40, 50 hours. So he can't be home with this child. So both of these people are working 40, 50 hours. The child is left by themselves. Is this what we want out here? Now, it's bad enough we got this right now. Now we want to add more problems? Somebody make it make sense to me. I'm like, you're one women because y'all so scared of these women having abortions and not having these kids that you're more inclined to have this woman risk her health. Never mind that women still dying in birth. Never mind the fact that this medical system that they're gonna have to run into the same medical system that is racist towards them. They're not getting the best help. And you don't have a system to counter it. You don't have a system for daycare. You don't have a system to help the fathers so they can provide jobs, so they ain't got to be away from their children that much, away from the wife, or ease the wife so she can be home with the children. You have no system for this. At least with the government, when white numbers are down, white people are scared to have children, the government provides systems to help them. These Negroes have nothing. Nothing. They want to tell these people, have the children first and then we'll figure it out. That's not how that's going to work, son. And no, and I'm pretty sure your grandfather and grandmother in the heart of their hearts would not say, man, they would not tell you to have all these different children, especially in this environment. They were having that many children because the life expectancy was way less. They needed help on the farm. And some of them were fucking poor. So the only thing they had was their vagina and their penis. They were living on love. I would never tell another person have children just for the sake of the community and not provide a way so if they fall short financially, emotionally, that the community can step in and help this man, help this woman. You got so many women who are overstressed because they have no help, and this community do not give them help. Now you tell them to have more children? Not to mention all the health issues that come from having children. You want them to risk their fucking lives just to help for a community that if they are in trouble with these kids, this community is not going to help them like that. They're not. I think back to when I was married, and me and my ex-wife, we were discussing having children, and I was very leery about having children with her. One, because our money was not right, and two, because of her health issues. My ex-wife had congestive heart failure. If anybody know what congestive heart failure is, your heart don't work the way it is. The valves are not pumping the way it is. And one of the biggest things they tell you when you have congestive heart failure is not to be under stress. And what is one of the most stressful things to ever be doing is having a child. Her cardiologist literally told her, if you have this child, you could die. Or it'd be at the very least very high risk. Now, me, I don't want to risk my wife dying on me and then I'm going to be a single father. I did not want that for me. I didn't want that for my child. I was not willing. My wife was willing to do it. I was not. I was not willing to sacrifice my wife for another child in this world. But you got Negroes out here are willing to sacrifice other women for for the help of a community that's not prepared to take care of them. You want men to they're already overworked as it is. Now they got the other burden of taking care of kids they know they can't take care of, which only gonna put more burden on the women, which is gonna cause a whole bunch of problems in the relationship. I got so many co-workers, married, they both doing overtime. Both. They stressing themselves out. And it's causing problems in their marriage. And you want me to tell somebody else, tell other people to put themselves in their burden when they don't have to. Because, well, you got to sacrifice for the community. Where's the sacrifice for all these other people, especially some of you Negroes who keep saying that dumbass shit? Where's your sacrifice? Where's your daycare center? Where's your grants? Where's your scholarship? Where's the stuff for these children? Where's your homeschooling? Where's all this stuff that you're trying to push on everybody else? What are you doing? See me, I don't push that shit for a specific reason. I don't have the means to help them do their stuff. So why the hell? And I'm going to make them do something that I cannot help them with. And if something goes wrong, I can't help them with it. They got medical things that pop up with the children. I can't help them with it. Some of you Negro sit up here. Oh, well, I did it. I don't give a fuck if you did it. Well, you did it, but you ain't helping nobody else. And you know how hard it was. So why would you put somebody else through that situation? Your job is to not make it just as hard, if not harder. No, your job is make it easier for everybody else. So they don't go through what you went through. You got kids who don't want children. They don't want children right now. They like, nah, I see what mama had to go through. I see how stressed out daddy had to go through. I don't want that for my life, and I don't want that for my children. So no, I'm gonna hold up until I get my shit together And some of them, hey, they may not ever want to have children. That's a choice. We need to stop shaming people for not having children. Oh, the community's fucked up. The community. Well, the community take care of their damn selves. Why are we gonna have all these different children? We ain't got no plans. All our priorities are fucked up. A lot of us. We worry about designer stuff. We too worried about penis and vagina. And you want to bring kids into this shit? More kids. You got kids that are sitting in the adopt in these group homes. Parents don't want nothing to do with them. That's what you want, more of them in there? What are you gonna do for them? And you have the nerve to come on here and talk out your mouth. Well, my grandmother, my grandfather, well, we need to have more children. We need to help our community. Man, fuck your damn community. Where is the Did we forget what the Black Panthers did? The Black Panthers had it right. If you want revolutionary, you got to take care of their basic needs. That's what the Black Panthers did. The government based their some of their programs on what the Black Panthers did. I guess Negroes forget that part. They help the people first before they start having them have these demands of the people. You help the people first. Then, if you want something for the people to do, they'd be more willing to do it and more able to. I'm never gonna tell a man, "Hey, you need to adopt some kids or take care of the stepkids." If I'm not willing to do that or help him be able to do that. Oh yeah, they should have kids earlier. With what money? Where is your fucking daycare so they can go take these kids to the daycare while they working? Where is it? So you want them to run to the government because that's who's helping them. And I've seen those lines. Those are fucking long lines. And they getting disrespected in those places and got to eat that just to get some help. I know I was there. Some of you Negroes out of pocket. Y'all don't provide shit. Y'all don't do shit for your community to help them out so they might be more willing to do what you want them to do. But you still worry about abortion. What you worry about abortion for? Ain't your kid. I don't worry about what these women do. Now I have a moral compass about it, about abortion. But at the end of the day, if you ain't got no power to stop it, what the fuck you worried about it for? Well, community, we would have more we would have more of a voting power. What voting power? We still divided. What impact did we have in that last election? None. Well, if we had all them, so we can have more confusion, so we have more coons, because y'all not helping, y'all not stopping coons from being created. You're not slowing that down. In anything, a lot of y'all raising these, you're making more coons. You're making more red pillars. You're making more divestors. You're making more women who don't want to deal with black men. Y'all are doing that on a consistent basis. And you're not giving any incentive for one to want to be at least not want to hate on their own group. But you have the nerve to tell them to do something. You want them to do sacrifice, but you ain't willing to sacrifice. Y'all more, well, I got mine, y'all gotta get yours, but then you want to turn around and tell them, hey, have families. Have families for the community. Have families. But I'm not willing to help you. Hey, I want you men to protect the neighborhood, but we're not gonna provide you any we're not gonna provide you any lawyers if they get in any financial trouble or legal trouble. We're not gonna do that. But just help the community out. But we want to do we want people to sacrifice. We want the people who busting their ass, being responsible. They're not thinking with their penis. They're not thinking with their vagina. But you want them to just do shit and inconvenience their life, stressing themselves out in this fucking world, and you ain't providing nothing to help them out. Man, get the fuck up out of here. You Negroes are something else. You guys disgust me. And I hate to sound like I'm on the women's side, but on this one I'm definitely on. I'm not here. I'm not gonna tell no woman to have a child and they ain't gonna have no help. If they wanna abort the kid, so be it. Because I would rather them abort the kid than have a kid they don't want. Do you know how many women just this year, just last year, how many women you found abandoning their kids, neglecting their kids, or just straight up unaliving these kids? Is that what you want out here? But I guess as long as they ain't aborting them, everything's cool. Right. All right. Right. Long as they ain't aborting them, it's okay. But they can leave them at the house all day and leave them in the car while they're going to work or going to the club. But that's okay. Like, if, if y'all don't get y'all do not get the F up out of here with this bullshit, man. This shit be wild. Y'all don't have no plans. Y'all don't have nothing. But you telling these people to do things, to do shit, especially women. You worry about other women's vaginas. I ain't worried about these women's vaginas. Whatever they choose to do with, it's their business. Yes, it sucks if you're a man that you don't know a woman could potentially have an abortion on you and wouldn't tell you. But there's a lot more. But trust me, there are a lot more signs that this woman would or would not do that. Did not. There's a lot of red flags you probably missing. I know my ex-wife was like, "Listen, I don't want no kids. We're gonna get this plan B." Like we was having VCS strips, condoms, everything. And with oops, I might have uh some semen might have got in the plan B. We ran and got that plan B off the rip. Because again, I'm not risking my wife's life. I wasn't risking at the time that was my girlfriend before she became my wife. I'm not risking her life. Why are you telling other women to risk their lives? Then you don't want to give them an out. Okay. You don't want them to have abortion. Great. Okay, fine. But Where is your adoption agency? Where is your orphanage? What all these different things that could help, y'all not doing. But you want people to do shit and sacrifice, and you ain't willing to do your business. Do that first. Do what the Black Panthers did. They provided the system first. Then people were willing to do what they do. Like the Nation of Islam, they have their structure, they have their environment so that the women feel protected and safe to do these things for the most part. Where is y'all stuff? All these Negroes asking for shit, but they ain't providing the environment for it. It's insane. That shit gets me upset. It gets me upset because it's like, y'all don't think when y'all talk. You don't think. You just saying shit. And you wonder why the women don't take you seriously. Hell, the men don't even take you seriously. You're just talking out your ass. Well, our grandmothers or grandfathers, I'm pretty sure they ain't want all them kids like that either. If there were condoms back in the day, guess what? Them men be wearing them for the most part. They ain't want all them damn kids. I'm sure your grandma didn't want all them damn kids. Have you ever talked to them and asked them did they even want all them kids? And in that you don't want to have that conversation because in their heart of hearts, they probably tell you, nah, we didn't want all them kids like that. It just, hey, we ain't have no protection. If we're gonna have sex, we gotta have sex. It's fucking insane. Your community is fucked up. Your mindset's fucked up. You you cannot have with the mindset that we have out here right now, the red pill, the boss chick ideology, the black pill, the diversity movement, all these different movements shows a mind of the community divided. Anyway, I got a customer, so I gotta get going. But I just want this to be known. If you are asking for people who are responsible, they ain't out here dropping babies everywhere. They out here being very responsible people. You to have children where they're not in a position financially, emotionally to have children, and you're not trying to help them, and you're not providing any system, no environment to help them. You're a fucking fool, and you need to shut the fuck up. Build the environment first, and then the people will probably want to have more children. If you're not doing that, I don't know what to tell you. And stop looking at all these immigrants. They have help. They're willing to live 10 to 12. Are you? Are you willing to adopt? I bet a lot of you not. So until you're willing to change what your mindset is and stop telling people what to do and build the environment, y'all need to shut the fuck up. And I'm out. Peace.